Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. So a few days ago I made a couple of videos looking back at the year 2016. So I'm going to make a video here about a look forward at 2017. And then, yeah, I'll be outlining my picks for the monsters that we have now that will get the most use in 2017, I feel. And yeah, that's one of the great benefits of being behind the JP version. Our English version is more or less a year behind the JP version. But what that means is that we get a year of knowledge of the JP players going through the game, seeing which monsters are good where, and then which monsters have a lot of use overall. So in a sense, we can kind of consider them our guinea pigs or our beta testers or whatever. But yeah, we can use that knowledge in order to sort of get ready for things and yeah, get other characters ready with like Ableberries or Max Luck or whatever. I will not be including like monsters that will get a future Transcendent form, since we'll have plenty of time next year to talk about them. And then I won't talk about Transcendent monsters at all, since for the most part they're all really good and will be very usable all throughout the next year. So yeah, that will mean that's a lot of drop monsters on this list. And then especially impossible drop monsters, since they are just better than extreme drop monsters in most cases. So yeah, I have my list here. It's in no particular order, so I'll just work my way through. But just for fun, we'll say number 10 is Kushinada. And then she is still on the list because she's still probably the best Max Luck in the game. Just for overall usability and versatility. But in the next year, she's going to see her usability drop a bit. Because it's mostly for her bump combo. The way that the game is moving now, or from now, is that the screen will be filled with lots of mobs, lots of little guys. And so using the plasma is going to be much more difficult to get good, consistent, heavy damage out of. So yeah, if you're using like a Pierce character, the Pierce character is going to be really slowed down with the plasma, since they're going to be hitting lots of guys. And then with the bounce characters, it's going to be hard to get them to consistently be in a certain area because they're going to keep hitting little guys and maybe get stuck somewhere else. So yeah, Kushinada will still be a little bit slightly neutered in the coming year, but still super powerful. Still got the double null and then the Grand Command Strike Shot, which is still going to be one of the best strike shots in the game. Alrighty. But kind of the character that I'm going to call the new Kushinada is Daikokuten here. And then stats are slightly better, except for speed. Has another double null. The thing where Daikokuten shines and Kushinada does not is with the bump combo. And then, yeah, this is kind of going to be the year of the Chain Lightning. And how that works, it doesn't really matter too much your positioning, but the Chain Lightning will go to the nearest enemy, and then it will create a chain throughout all of the enemies around. And so, yeah, it doesn't require any real technique to get good use out of. And then it's very good at taking down mobs. And then since there will be so many mobs in the coming missions, this will be kind of the ultimate bump combo for the coming year. And then I have a prediction for a character coming out on New Year's Day who's also going to have this bump combo. So that should be very good there too. Okay, next up is... let's do a character I do not have, unfortunately. And that is D'Artagnan Ascension. And yeah, she is on this list mostly because of her bump combo, the follow-up piercer. And yeah, we were certainly kind of entering that era of Monster Strike where the bump combo is the thing. And then D'Artagnan definitely has one of the strongest bump combos in the game. So for that reason, she'll be very useful in the coming year. And then, sort of related to that, is Alice here. And yeah, she got her Ascension semi-recently, but she's going to remain on the top of at the top of the game for a very long time. She has a Pierce Null Damage Wall, which is probably the most versatile sling style and then null ability combination that I can think of. And then she also has Recovery and Status Recovery, which really helps with her versatility. And then a very, very strong bump combo, which makes her a great choice for everything from normal quests all the way to impossible quests. So yeah, Alice will be very high up on that list. I guess that was number 7. So we'll just keep going up the list. We'll head back to my box. I think I have all the rest of the characters. Okay, next up, this might be a surprise, but Izanami. And yeah, she's gonna have kind of a, she was very useful, like a kind of early game, especially in Kusinada. But later on, more towards the end of the year, she's gonna have kind of a second renaissance. Maybe that's redundant. She's gonna have a renaissance. But yeah, as always, high stats, double null, and then the Meteor Strike shot, which is always handy in certain situations. And yeah, if you were kind of in a situation where you had a max luck Kusinada, but you did not have a max luck Izanami, and you're thinking, oh, I don't need to max luck Izanami because I'm done with Kusinada. Izanami is going to have kind of a second coming, so you want to maybe work on that max luck there. Alright, so that was number 6. Number 5... again, this ranking is very loose. I wouldn't put too much stock in the numbering. But anyway, here is Tsukuyomi. And yeah, she's really kind of risen to the top dark max luck. And she's got that double null ability, which is very useful now, the Minesweeper Null Warp. And then she'll be kind of the only one, or the best one, for the upcoming Light Colossal Quest. So she'll be really great there. Okay, and then also very good in the coming year will be Marishten. You're probably tired of me talking about this guy, but he's just really, really good. And he'll have a lot of viability, impossible missions, and extreme missions. So he'll be pretty great. And then we got here, this is a Chainbound Jack from the last Halloween event. And yeah, there are some characters which are kind of question marks for the coming year because they are English version exclusives. However, although this guy has an English version exclusive design, the ability set is the same as the Dora Zombie in the Japanese version. And yeah, thanks to the JP players who've used that character during the last year, we know that he's going to get lots of use. So we can pretty much assume that Chainbound Jack is going to get a lot of use as well. And he's actually the only extreme drop monster on this list, so he's top class and will be for the next year. Okay, next up is Belphegor Ascension. And yeah, little by little she's becoming more and more useful, but in the next year we're going to see her get a lot of use. And yeah, it's all because of her Water Slayer. And that will be limiting to her, of course, since she'll be only good for the water quests. But being the only Water Slayer, I think, puts her in a unique spot. And then also having the Null Warp means she'll be really great for the upcoming metagame, the current and upcoming metagame. Okay, and then lastly, I guess you could say this is number 1, but again, very loose ranking. Is Tempest Evolution. And yeah, we can sort of assume that she's going to be really great because there's a very similar character, Miyamoto Musashi, who's another Pierce Null Gravity Barrier Darkslayer. And he's super duper highly rated in the JP game, and there's going to be some impossible and then colossal quests where he will be great. So we can pretty much assume that Tempest is also going to be super great in a number of quests. So yeah, that was the, I guess, the top 10 of the characters that will be great in the upcoming year. There are 2 characters that are sort of wild cards that we kind of can assume that they'll be great. but there's no JP version equivalent, so we'll have to kind of wait and see how they work in the coming year. And then one of them is Tempest Ascension, and there's no real... There are a few characters that are bounce, flight, null gravity barrier, but none of them have speed up or the blast bump combo. I think that's right. So we know some missions she'll be great for, but her bump combos with the speed up and blast bump could open her up to more missions that maybe we weren't expecting. So that's wild card number 1 is Tempest Ascension. And then I have one more wild card, and that would be... this guy, Rip and Reaper Jack. This was another Halloween limited time character. And then of all of the limited time characters we've had up to now, this guy might be the most useful for the coming year. He is a Pierce with a Null Warp, which will be a very useful combination coming up. But it's his strike shot. It's the null everything strike shot. And yeah, there is... this could really open him up to a lot of different quests. And then he'll be especially useful as a max luck for people that don't have a Tsukuyomi max luck. So I think this guy's going to be a wild card. He could be the maybe the unsung hero of 2017. So yeah, keep an eye on that guy. Alrighty. So that was my look forward at 2017. And yeah, pretty excited about that. Lots of good stuff to come. Alright, thanks for watching. Take care.